Oh yeah, welcome back, fam. I'm so happy to have you all join me for another beautiful Monday. Of course, we are diving into the single life. I'm happy to have you guys here. Seriously, all jokes aside, I'm happy to have you back. I'm happy to be back with you, and I'm happy to get in and just explore the word. I'm telling you, there's nothing more beautiful than to be able to explore the word with your friends, people you care about, people you love. To be able to explore the word and to be able to just kind of talk about it freely. And I'm always in you all's chats and I read your feedback and I'm listening. Like, it's for us to just kind of be able to have this interaction. It's such a blessing. I don't take it for granted by any means. I do not. I do not. I do not. All right. But listen, we got important business to handle today as it pertains to the single life. We have some very, very, very important business that we need to address. So I want to make sure that we get to it because I need all my time today, okay? Like, I literally need all my time and I keep myself on a very set clock, but I need all of it. So let's get to it. Last time we were together, we talked about the cover up. We talked about the cover up. You guys know I kind of unwrapped those layers, and we talked about the cover up. And okay, cool, boom. All right. Today I want to not necessarily shift gears, but I am going to talk about a slightly different subject matter. So if you are taking notes or if you keep up with our subheadings or our titles for this today, in pursuit. That is the title for today. In pursuit, right? In pursuit. And we all know that when you are in pursuit of something, pursuit simply means to go after, right? Pursuit simply means to chase, right? Like a police officer, they are in pursuit of a suspect. They are going after, they are chasing, they are going to get, right? Said suspect. So we are in pursuit. In this single life, we are in pursuit of something. But if you stick with me, I'm going to show you that I truly believe we are in pursuit of the wrong thing. We're in pursuit of the wrong thing. Yes, we are in pursuit, but it's the wrong thing. All right. I'll start with the story. I have so many stories for days. All right. So yesterday I'm in the gym working out. I don't know why so many of my stories come from the gym. Probably because that's where I spend so much time. But listen, yesterday before church, I'm wrapping up my workout, and this guy walks up to me and he says, "Hey," he says, "are you a trainer?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so he saw me training or coaching up somebody else, and he was like, "Man, my spirit just kept pressing me to come over here and talk to you." And I was like, "Okay, cool. What's up?" And he was like, "What advice would you give me?" He said, "Man, listen." He said, "I was 400 pounds. I've lost 60 pounds so far, but I'm at that place where it's just a little difficult." He was like, "What advice would you give me on this journey, staying active and doing what I'm doing?" Very simple. I told him, and I told him this as we say it in the secular world. I said, first of all, you've got to establish your why, right? You've got to establish your why. Why you do this? Like, why are you working out? What's the purpose? Because that's what's gonna pull you through on the days where you don't feel like it. Establishing your why, right? Now, I said that in that form, in that realm, but on this side of the line, we're not about knowing our why, we're about our purpose, right? So secularly, you would tell somebody know your why. On our side, we talk about as a believer, you got to understand your purpose, right? My mom used to tell me when I would get in trouble and I would be doing stuff, she'd be like, "Your purpose is greater than that. Your purpose is bigger than that. Your purpose is more. It should be worth more to you than that right there, right?" So we're after understanding purpose, right? Purpose. That's what we are to be in pursuit of, is purpose. Stay with me. I'm going to take you somewhere. Let's jump to Psalms 32, 8 through 11. Psalms 32, 8 through 11. Psalms 32, verses 8 through 11. Remember, we are in pursuit. All right. So Psalms 32, verses 8 through 11. And I'm going to read the Passion Translation. If you read another translation, that's fine. But today, for this one, I'm going to jump in the Passion Translation. So listen. "I hear the Lord saying, I will stay close to you, instructing and guiding you along the pathway for your life. I will advise you along the way and lead you forth with my eyes as your guide. So don't make it difficult. Don't be stubborn when I take you where you've not been before. Don't make me tug you and pull you along. Just come with me." So my conclusion is this: many are the sorrows and the frustrations of those who don't come clean with God. But when you trust in the Lord for forgiveness, his wraparound love will surround you. So celebrate the goodness of God. He shows this kindness to everyone who is his. Go ahead and shout for joy, all you upright ones who want to please him. Got it? All right. So that is Psalms 32, verses 8 through 11. Now, here's what we have to look at. We are in pursuit. In pursuit, right? But in pursuit of purpose. In the single life, we've wasted a lot of time thinking that here we should be in pursuit of a relationship. We should be in pursuit of someone. We should be in pursuit of that mate, our spouse, our significant other. The single life is for us to be in pursuit. Yes, but not in pursuit of a person, in pursuit of purpose. In pursuit of purpose. See, here's why. You've gotta really break down what the text said. I hear the Lord saying, I will stay close to you, instructing and guiding you along the pathway of your life. So now here we are. While we are in pursuit, God is saying, I will give you instruction. I will give you guidance. See, he says, I'm going to stay close to you. I'm not going to leave you, which means you're not going to be out here by yourself. You're not going to have to figure it out on your own. The word says, I will stay close to you, instructing you and guiding you along the pathway for your life, which means, hey, we don't know. If he's giving us instruction on the pathway of our life, that means that we don't know what's on this path and we don't know where to go. Because if you knew where to go, you wouldn't need instruction. You think about it. When you're in your house and you go to look for something, you don't have to ask somebody else for instruction on how to find something in your house. You know exactly where it is because it's yours and it's in your house. However, when you are in somebody else's house, you know the holidays are coming up, right? So Thanksgiving. So as you go to these other houses and these family gatherings and things like that, you may need something. And at the moment that you need something, because you're not comfortable and because you don't know, you're going to ask, hey, can you tell me where you put the such and such? Can you tell me where you guys keep the such and such? Because that is not your lane. You don't know. And God says, don't get it twisted. Your life is the same. You don't know the answers. So he says, I will stay close to you, instructing you and guiding you along the pathway for your life. I will advise you along the way and lead you forth with my eyes as your guide. Guide, guide. So don't make it difficult. Don't be stubborn when I take you where you've not been before. Think about that. The word says, don't be difficult. Don't be stubborn when I take you where you've not been before. See, we have been in pursuit for years, but in pursuit of the wrong thing. So God says, don't be stubborn. So when I try to pull you to purpose, don't be stubborn and push against me because you think you're supposed to be finding a mate. No, you're supposed to be chasing purpose right now. And so when you get off track, God says, hey, I'll pull. Don't be stubborn. I'm going to pull you. Don't be stubborn. I'm going to have to show you. Don't be stubborn. I'm going to have to push you. He says specifically, don't make me tug you and pull you along. Just come with me. See, as I take you to purpose, because you've got to understand, in purpose is where you find everything that you think that you've been looking for. Yeah, in purpose. In purpose, because purpose is important. You understand that we are here to be a vessel to God, not so God could be a vessel to us. Sometimes we get that relationship a little twisted. We think that God is here to serve us. No, we are here to serve him and to carry out his assignment, to carry out his purpose for our lives. That's why we are here. All right. Don't make me pull you along. Just come with me. So my conclusion is this. Many are the sorrows and the frustration of those who don't come clean with God. But when you trust in the Lord for forgiveness, I love how the text says this, his wraparound love, not just his love, his wraparound love will surround you. So celebrate the goodness of God. He shows this kindness to everyone who is his. Go ahead and shout for joy, all you upright ones who want to please him. See, we please him when we operate in purpose. That's when we please God, when we operate in our kingdom assignment, when we operate what God brought us here to do, that is when we make him happy. See, purpose isn't you, but I got to find my mate. I've been out here in this single life too long. I've been single for too many years. I need a man. I need a woman. I need this. No, you need purpose. You need purpose. All right. So we've got to think about it like this, because purpose has to become so important to us that we value it on this level. I can't waste another year, another hour, another moment chasing or in pursuit of a person. in pursuit of a relationship. Because naturally, like, the world makes us feel like we aren't validated as a human species unless we have a partner. I'm telling you that with God, He understands the bigger picture is your purpose. I don't care about a partner, I care about you going after purpose. You don't like that. All right, I'm gonna think of. I'll give it to you like this. You guys remember the childhood game we used to play called hide and seek? Hide and seek. Y'all remember that game? If you never played that game, I don't know if some of you may have had a limited childhood. I'm not sure what your background is, but if you've never played the game, I'll tell you. So here's how hide and seek works, right? So you have a person who is the seeker, right? And I don't even know if that's the official name for him. We would just say go count. You the counter, go count, right? So your job is to go count, and you count to 10 or you count to 100. You count by ones, count by fives, however y'all set up where you from, right? So you count, and while they're counting, the people that are playing go and hide. And so when that person is finished counting, their job is to go find everybody before the people come run back and tag the base, right? All right, so I need you to think about it. Think about that. And I need you to think about when you played the game with somebody you were like significantly better than, right? And so they would count and they would try to go find you, and then they would come back and you'd be standing on the base like, yeah, it's your turn, count again, right? And you know how said person would get aggravated if they didn't ever get anybody, they had to keep counting and they never got to hide, they got aggravated, right? So I need you to now take that same game and that same concept to your life. And I want to say it just how I put it in my notes. Okay, listen. So we continue to allow the devil to play hide and seek with our minds as far as what we think that we need, right? So the devil keeps saying, go count. And we count. And it's like, all right, this is another year, but I'm going to wait and I'm going to count and I'm going to find my mate. I'm going to find my husband. I'm going to find my wife. I'm going to find I'm going to go count and I'm going to go find them, and another failed relationship. And then I'm going to count again, and then I'm going to go find them, and another failed relationship. Because the enemy keeps telling you to play hide and seek. You have not won that game yet, which should let you know statistically, if I played this game 10 times and I have lost 10 times, I don't need to play this game anymore. Something about this game is rigged for me not to win. So at a certain point, we have to come to grips and say, I am no longer playing hide and seek in this single phase of my life, because the only thing that I'm chasing is purpose. And I don't have to hide for God to reveal purpose to me. I just have to seek Him. All right, cool. I got you. Don't worry. You have to understand this. When we operate in purpose, we don't have to go look for anything. When we operate in purpose, we do not have to go look for anything, because things will be revealed to us by operating in that purpose. See, it's almost like we say, okay, on the secular side, again, you would say, oh man, that was just right place, right time. You got to be in the right place, right time. You just connect. You just no, it ain't the right place, right time. It's called being in purpose. And when you are in purpose, things just line up, because this is where you're supposed to be. This is who you're supposed to be connected with. These are the group of people that are going to help you ascend to a new level. But it's because you're in purpose, not because you cute and you look good. Come on now. All right, let's come on. I want you to think about this. Adam slept and God provided. Adam slept and God provided. Let's think about it, all right? So Adam's job initially was he was naming the animals. This is what happened right before Eve is created. Adam is out here naming animals. And the word says that Adam was in sync. And I talked about this some weeks ago, right? But Adam was in sync with God in such a way that everything that Adam called each animal was what God was already thinking to call the animal, right? They were in sync. Right? So there was no challenge. Adam said, that's a deer, that's a deer. That's a giraffe, that's a giraffe. That's a rhino, that's a rhino, right? Okay, boom. So I want you to understand that, right? So Adam and God are in sync. But when God got ready to create Eve, the word says he caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep. You want to know why he caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep? Because he did not need input from Adam. He didn't need any suggestions from Adam. He didn't need Adam's thought process on this. He didn't need Adam to say, all right, God, can you make her like this? And can you give her a little of this? He didn't need any of that. He said, Adam, you go into sleep. You rest and let me do the work. Okay, I'll give it to you. Genesis 21 through 22. My bad. No, Genesis 2. My bad. Genesis 2, 21 through 22. Genesis 2, 21 through 22. All right. Here we go. 21. Genesis 2. My bad. I hit the wrong thing. My bad, y'all. All right. Genesis 2, 21 through 22. Here we go. All right. So, verse 21. So Yahweh God caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep, I'm not going to read the TPT. I want the Amplified version. My bad on that one. All right, Genesis 2. Here we go. Boom. Yeah. So the Lord God caused the deep sleep to fall upon Adam. Boom. Just like I said. God caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep. Why? Because he said, Adam, I don't need your help on this. Adam, I don't need your help on this. I don't need your help. I don't need you to work with me. I don't need you to help me. I got it. And so you got to understand, we have got to learn to let God have it. We keep trying to work within a space and say, God, let me add to this. And God, let me tell you what I really need. No, God says, I got this part. I got it. Right? So the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam. And while he slept, he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh at that place. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from the man he made, fashioned, formed into a woman, and he brought her and presented her to Adam. Then Adam said, this is now bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man. I need you to understand that we're sitting here talking about operating in purpose. We're talking about operating in purpose. So as you operate in purpose, you know I don't have to do this work. God says, I got you on that. I got you on that. See, Adam didn't have to go look for Eve. Adam was operating in purpose, and God gave him Eve. And I'm saying to you, we've got to stop looking for a mate, and we've got to start looking for purpose. Remain in pursuit, man. My purpose is more important than that. I can't chase that right now. I don't have time. I don't have time to chase that right now. I've got to focus on purpose. Like, purpose is big. And if I remain in purpose, I know that God will connect me where I need to be connected. God will attach me to who I need to be attached to. But it comes with me remaining in pursuit of purpose, not in pursuit of a person. Okay. All right. Let's wrap up. I want to say this to you, though. And I need you to understand this. Your faith still works while you are asleep. I think our pastor said that yesterday, right? Like, your faith still works while you are asleep. Whatever you're believing for, whatever you're speaking to, you've got to trust that while you are at rest, your faith is still working. Rest is a good position to be in. We've seen it time and time again throughout the word. Rest is a good position to be in. We often will sit here and get flustered and get flustered and get worried about certain things. And God says, I just need you to rest. Don't stress about it. Just rest. I got you. But that's where faith comes in. But look, let's look at this. All right. So, yeah. We continue. All right. I want to close with this text right here. Well, I got two more texts, but this is one. All right. Matthew 8:23 through 26. Matthew 8:23 through 26. Let's go. Here we go. 8:23. And I did want to jump back to TPT. All right. Matthew 8:23 through 26. Now, on the Bible app, I want you to understand, I want you to see right here. Do you see what it says? Jesus calms a storm. I wanted to show you that because I need you to understand something right there in the text. Jesus calms a storm. Do you know there are so many different types of storms? That's why I didn't say the storm. It says a storm. Because there's so many different types of storms that you will deal with. You will deal with health issues that you can call a storm. You'll deal with financial issues that you can call a storm. You will deal with relationship issues that you can call a storm. Family issues that you can call a storm. So it says Jesus calms a storm. So you've got to understand, Jesus calmed a storm. That means he can calm any storm. So I don't have to worry or get aggravated or get frustrated because of a storm. My job is to remain in the same posture, in the same position that Jesus was during this storm. So you say, what was his posture, George? I got you. They all got into a boat and began to cross over to the other side of the lake. And Jesus, exhausted, fell asleep. Suddenly, a violent storm, not just a storm, a violent storm developed with waves so high the boat was about to be swamped. Yet Jesus still slept soundly. Think about this. So you've got crashing waves that are so big that they are about to overtake the boat, and Jesus still is asleep. Jesus is still asleep. He's not worried. He's not nervous. What is your posture when you face a storm? Are you nervous? Are you worried? Are you concerned about the outcome? Because I'm going to tell you a little secret. If you're concerned about the outcome, that tells me you're not operating in faith. Because if you operate in faith, you already know that even though the outcome may not be what I thought it was going to be, the word says that he will cause all things to work together for my good. So even though it doesn't look like it, I'm still winning. I'm still winning. I'm still winning. So I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. Jesus was at rest. The storm is taking over the boat. Jesus sleeping soundly. And yet Jesus continued to sleep soundly. The disciples woke him up saying, "Save us, Lord. We are going to die." They have gone all the way left. "Save us, Lord. We're going to die. We got to wake him up." But Jesus reprimanded them, saying, "Why are you gripped with fear? Where is your faith?" Then he stood and rebuked the storm, saying, "Be still." And instantly it became perfectly calm. I need you to understand something. Jesus knows, and in that moment, Jesus knew who he was. So because he knew who he was, he understood his purpose. He understood his assignment. And so because he understood his assignment was so great, he knew that this storm had to bow to me in this moment. My dad said this, he used to say this, we would fly. And he said this story in teaching before. We would fly, and my dad would have supreme confidence in the flight, knowing, and even he would go so far as to tell people who may be like, "Hey, don't worry, don't stress. This plane cannot go down because I'm on it." Not that he was being cocky, not that he was being self-serving, but he knew my purpose doesn't end on this flight. I'm on this flight because I'm in pursuit of purpose right now. So as I remain in pursuit of purpose, there's coverage, there's guidance, right? So I'm not going to stress. I'm going to be at peace. And I'm saying to you, if we would stop chasing a person and we would chase purpose, we would get to a place where, man, we don't stress about that. I'm not worried about the fact that I'm this age and I haven't married someone yet, or I'm in this space of life and I haven't connected with the right person yet. I'm not worried about that because I'm in pursuit of purpose. And I know that as I remain in pursuit of purpose, God will connect the right person to me. I'm not worried. I'm not stressed. I'm in pursuit of purpose. I'm in pursuit of purpose. Say it one more time. I am in pursuit of purpose. I need you to understand this. We often say that the dating pool is jacked up. It is. But you know why? Because everybody in the dating pool has their own definition of dating. Everybody has their own, their own flavor. How they gonna move in this dating pool? Well, in this age, if you 30 and under, it's like this. And if in the 40 to 50 bracket, it's like this. If you in the 50 to 60 bracket, it's like this. And if you in the 60 to 70 bracket, there's so many differences. Do you understand why? Because we shouldn't be in the dating pool. We should be in the purpose pool. See, the dating pool is for the secular world. That's for them. They don't know how to trust God. They don't know how to be relaxed. They don't know how to sit back and say, my purpose is more important to me than taking some matching pajama pictures. My purpose is more important. I took matching pajama pictures with you yesterday, and we ain't even together next month. Come on, my purpose has to be more important in this moment. My purpose has got to be more important. I can't move how the secular world moves. Are you going to make mistakes? Yes, because I'm flawed, you're flawed, and we all make mistakes. So I'm not saying that you are just going to be in this place where you're going to make mistakes. Trust that. Trust that. I make them, still make them. Trust me. But what I'm saying to you is this. When you understand where you're going, you understand I can't hang around with certain things. My dad would always say, son, watch an eagle. If you know anything about my dad, he loves eagles. My dad would say, son, watch the eagle. Watch how the eagle flies above everything else. Watch how the eagle never comes down to hang out with the pigeons. Watch how the eagle never comes down to hang out with the hawks. Watch how the eagle, y'all love a blue jay and a red jay. Watch how the eagle never comes to hang out with those, because the eagle knows my purpose is up here. I can't come down here because my purpose is here. I've got to remain in my element as far as my purpose goes. And we keep making issues because we step out of purpose and we step into the secular world and we say, let me jump on this dating app. Yeah. Oh, my friend want to send me on a blind date. Let me go on this. I don't need to, man. The only person I'm going to be blind for is God, because I can trust where he's leading me. I ain't trying to go on no blind. I'm good on that. right? So we've got to learn and remain in pursuit of what? Purpose. All right. Listen, all right, I'm wrapping up. I want to say this though. I want to say this. Um, it's crazy that you scroll through social media post the election and you see difference of opinion, differing opinions and things of that nature, right? And so you hear people talk about, man, and our pastor said it yesterday, bro, I'm not gonna be in fear. I'm not going to be nervous. I trust God, right? I trust God. So I know that God is more powerful than whoever's in the White House at said time. I trust God, right? And we stand on that. But I need you to tell me, how wild is it that we will trust God to man the world and to overpower any foolishness that may come out of the White House, but you won't trust him to connect you with the right person as far as dating goes? I trust God. I'm not going to stress about who is now the new president-elect. I'm not worried about that. I trust God. But you don't trust him in dating? You don't trust him while you're in this single phase? You don't trust him to assign you to the right person? You don't trust the purpose that he's placed on your life, and all he's asking you to do is go into purpose, and in purpose there is fullness, in purpose there is joy. You don't trust him to just walk into purpose. But you want to tell me that you trust him with the world? Come on, that doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. You trust on one hand, but don't trust on the other. If you trust on the one hand, you most definitely better trust on the other. Okay. I'll close with this. And before I get to this text, I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to think long and hard. You don't have to answer this question. It's a rhetorical question. It's just for you and whoever's near you. Just answer it. For you. Answer for you. If you wanted to build a house, what would be the first step? I want you to think about that. If I wanted to build a house, what would be the first step? For me, the first step would be to talk to somebody who's built houses before. Because I need to know, what am I getting myself into, right? Like what all is needed in this process of building a house, and what is step one as far as building a house, right? That's where I would start, right? If I was going to bake a cake, what would step one be? Talk to somebody who's baked a cake before, right? That I'm gonna start with somebody who's already done it. I don't know, right? I'm ignorant in that area because I haven't done it. So I'm gonna talk to somebody who's already done it so I can get some wisdom and some insight as far as how I need to proceed. Yes, you agree? All right. Let's look at Proverbs 3:5. I'm gonna close with this. Last text of the day. Proverbs 3:5. Think about the questions that I just asked you and jump to Proverbs 3:5. It says, trust in the Lord completely. I need you to understand what the word complete means. See, complete means 100%. Complete doesn't mean 89%. Complete doesn't mean 50-50. Complete doesn't mean 90%. Complete means 100%. So the word says, Proverbs 3:5, trust in the Lord completely, which means take your own thought process out of it, take your own feelings out of it, take what your friends say and your mama say out of it, and trust in the Lord completely. And do not rely on your own opinions. You want to know why? Go back to the issue that I just said. If you were going to build a house, you would go seek someone who's built a house first. Why? Because I'm ignorant to the subject. I don't know. I have no knowledge on this. And it's foolish of me to try to do something in an area that I have no knowledge on without seeking somebody who has knowledge on said subject. Correct? Yes, I know that you agree. So when the word says trust in the Lord completely and do not rely to your own opinions, that means God is already telling me I'm not smart enough to do this job without him. He put it real simple. You are not smart enough. I don't care how many degrees you have. I don't care how many positions you have. I don't care how many businesses you have. God is telling you, you do not have the intellectual intelligence to do this by yourself, which is why he says, do not rely on your own opinions, because your own opinions, I'm telling you right now, they're wrong. They are wrong. Do not rely on your own opinions. With all your heart, again, not part of your heart, with all of your heart, with my complete heart, do what? With my complete heart, do what? Rely on him to guide me. Why does he have to guide me? Again, because I don't know. So if I don't know, I'm going to go to the person who knows and allow them to guide me, which is why I told you we've been in pursuit of the wrong thing. We keep remaining in pursuit of a person because they look good, because they check some of the boxes that we think we want. So we remain in pursuit of them. God says that is the wrong direction. You have to remain in pursuit of purpose. Remain in pursuit of purpose, because in purpose, the Lord says he will guide you. Big part of this. And he will lead you in every decision that you make. Not some decisions, not the decisions I feel like I got on my own. The word says he will lead me in every single decision that I make. So why would I remain in pursuit of a person? Because they can't guide me like that. They can't give me wisdom like that. They can't give me understanding like that. They can't give me knowledge like that. So I can't be in pursuit of them. I've just got to be in pursuit of purpose. Listen, man, we got to stop wasting time. We got to stop wasting time. Recalibrate, redirect. We know which way we're going now. All right. It's been clear. We've talked about it. So I can't chase people anymore. I can't chase people anymore. I'm not here for that. I'm here for purpose, which means you got to be here for purpose. And that is how we collectively tackle our kingdom assignment. That's how. How do we win the world if we're not in purpose? The people in purpose are the ones who are going to win the world. We can't win the world when we right next to them doing the same things that they're doing, trying to tackle life the same way they're trying to tackle life. And we trying to figure out what's wrong. What's wrong is we're moving in the wrong direction. All right. Listen, I've overstayed my welcome today because it's been 31 minutes and I try to keep it way under 30. So listen, I appreciate you all for tuning in today. I look forward to seeing you guys Monday with another edition of My Plate, My Choice. And let me say this, you guys know our Thanksgiving service on Thanksgiving Day. We're having a joint service. CRCC and NLIM will be at NLIM for the joint service. So as I said yesterday, I want us to pack that house out. Make sure you are there. I'm going to be looking. I'm going to be looking for all these people that's in the chat. I'm looking for you. I see your name. I'm looking for you for the Thanksgiving service. All right. Other than that, y'all be blessed. I love you guys so much, and I'm so grateful and so appreciative to you for tuning in with me. Don't ever think I take it for granted, because I don't. All right.